Farm Hands, Farm by Reef here. How is everybody doing today? So on this episode of the Hulk, we are going to start installing all the LED lighting over the Hulk. I have two different lights here, and we're going to go through what they are. And I'm pretty excited. I ended up talking with Reef Brite. They sent down their new kits here. This is the XHO-K30s from Reef Brite, and they are a kit that goes on top of the AI52 HDs. Plus, these will go on all the Radions as well, and the new G5 Radion that just came out. You can put this supplemental light on your new Radions or AIs. So these they replace any like the T5s, you know, the long T5s that you can get, like the 4-footers, the 48-inch ones. And there's the different kits that you can get, like the retrofit kits. You can build them, put them inside your stand in the canopy, and it looks pretty good, but I'm doing all open concept here, so I wanted something that was really slick and is like really pleasing to the eye, and that's really gonna make these colors pop on my corals. Plus the par that comes off these XHOs, they're pretty awesome. So we're gonna learn a little bit about what they can do for you and how we put them together and how we mount them onto the AI52 HD. These are pretty awesome lights. I've seen the new Radions that came out. They look pretty sweet. Definitely one day maybe give those a whirl, but I got 6 of these puppies that we're putting up there. I already have them, they're paid for, so why not put them on the display tank. So I have one of these kits put together, so that's that one here. Put little pictures for you below. There's gonna be a few links if you guys wanna pick these up and put them on your tank. They're pretty awesome. So moving forward here, I put one together. See that there? It sort of looks like a Star Trek ship. And that's the back side of it. So it's pretty sweet, it's pretty slick looking. It's very it's got really nice clean lines. And the Reef Brite here, each one has the cords that get the plug in. And over my tank, I have the wire management system that we're gonna hide those as well. And the way you attach these, I have the EXT hanging kits from AI. It comes with everything you need in there. Plus, Reef Brite supplied a few bolts and screws too, if you want to hook it on, because on the Radions, they hook up a little different. This one here, they just use a center bolt that goes through it, and everything comes in that kit. The center bolt, I don't know if you guys can see that right there, it goes right down through this aluminum housing. This is the aluminum housing right here that comes in the AI kit, and the cables just stick through each of the ends, and you just put the bolt through the middle. The kit comes with a little Allen key. You just put the Allen key in there, and you just bolt and screw that right in. Put your nice little cables through it. They come with these nice chrome push button connectors, so you slide the other cable right in there and pull it up to any height that you want. So it's pretty slick. So that's what it looks like, guys. And there's the bottom. And these LEDs as well. So if they're in your tank and you have a little dead area, they're actually movable. You can adjust the tilt on all these LEDs to anywhere you want. So that's pretty cool. And the other system is too, with these power supplies, like I got 6 of these kits. So there was actually like a power supply per kit. When I talked with Tulio, he's like, well, we can actually cut those power supplies down. So I got 2 bigger power supplies that we hook all into here. So I can run 6 kits off 2 power supplies with the module. So the power supplies I was talking about, so these are 24 watt, 100 volt power supplies, and they just plug in. So I got 2 of these, and they're gonna run 6 kits. So it definitely cuts down on the wire management. And Tulio, I want to make those longer. So I cut 2 10-foot power cords that come right off the power supply. And then I got the whips. So it turns and it powers it to do 3. So it makes it a lot nicer and neater. This is the multi-connector kit from Reef Brite. And I got the 2 10-foot extension cords to extend off the power supply. So it makes it a lot neater, and definitely the wire management, we cut down on all those wires because I'm definitely not a big fan. And then I wanted to be able to control my Reef Brites with my Apex, and going with this tank, I'm trying to do everything, a lot of electronics on there. So right here, this right here is the interface. As you guys can see that, this is the interface that hooks right into the Apex jack. It looks like a Cat 5 jack. And that just plugs into the one, it comes with 2 on the Apex base. And you just plug that in, and then we run all our control wires up to the Reef Brites over the tank. And then this here makes it so we can control and ramp up all our Reef Brite LEDs from our phone computer, tablet, and it gives you that functionality of just having that full control. So you don't have to go get the Apex module and you cut down half the price, but there's always different ways out there to make all your gear run, and you don't have to go with the Apex way. So Reef Brite come up with this idea. So this one here, I could just hide on my stand in my fish room and put it away. And all we're gonna see is the one cord sticking out that's gonna go into the Cat 5 jack that's on the Apex. So it's pretty easy. So it's a pretty slick system. I like having to be able to have that functionality through this whole kit. So with Reef Brite, you pretty much get everything you're looking for a kit here. So I have the rest all, they're already up on the tank already. I have this one here to show you guys. We're gonna put one together, and then we'll learn a little bit about the power, all different readings on the Reef Brite kits. So I'm gonna clear this off. Let's install one, put it all together, get it on top of the tank. And then after that, we got to get a laser out, put a level on everything, try to get everything nice and clean, everything's level and perfect. And then we got to start running all the wires in the wire management back into my room, and hopefully everything will look good and we can get it all done. We got a lot to do because the AI 52 HD power supplies, they have quite a long cord on it there, but the problem is by the time we get this far out into the tank, because the tank is 8 feet long, we're losing a lot of cord length. And I don't want to have any power supplies over the tank, anything. I want everything inside the cabinet, inside the fish room. So it's more functionality. I can work on things, unplug things. I don't have to go above the tank. If there's a faulty one, everything is right there. So all I have to do is I'm going to extend the wires. We could probably do a little bit of soldering. I got the right smart cabling for it. It's going to make things a lot easier. So I'm going to get this cleaned off. Let's start putting one of these kits together, and then we'll get the last two put over the tank, get everything all leveled out. And then we got to keep working on it and get all the wires back down through the wall, guys. All right, farm hands. So this is the one kit here that I've been using, the AXI hanging kit. It comes with everything you need. Like if you guys saw in my videos, all the cables hanging, everything comes in there, and all the mounting gear for the AI. So that's the one. I'm gonna put that one away. We don't need it. I got a couple extra. So it comes in the kit. We got these two aluminum connections that are going to be going on here. So we got that. It comes with the Allen key you're going to need to do it, and it comes with the two mounting bolts in that kit, plus the little cables that will be going through to hang it from the ceiling. I like to just take these apart, so it makes them a little lighter. Put that back together. Let's not put it back together, it takes too long. Take that one apart as well. All right, so we got that, put that aside, that's all ready to go. And that's how it comes. Everything's got a protective shield on there. We gotta make sure and peel that off because they are gonna warm up. Don't want it melting on there. So make sure we peel that off, throw that to the side. The arms. The other arm. That's awesome, everything is, you guys see it really nice and close. Like look how awesome those are. The nice reflector in there, so you guys can see them up a little bit closer. Everything's nicely made, and then there's the the port connection right there. So that's what we're dealing with. So we'll move the AI to the side. There's two mounting screws on each one. They're just in there. You can just take them off with your hand. Make sure you put it like this, so it's right at the back. And just put your screw through the hole and just screw it. It's really simple, guys. Anybody could do it. So we got the one end done. We'll flip it over. Just like that. There we go. And do exactly the same thing. Make sure your power supply. So I'm keeping everything mine to the left. So we just slide that in. Boom, like that. So you get everything placed. Get everything lined up. So you're going to take your aluminums, and so you have those placed there. 2 bolts and 1 Allen key. We're going to take our cable. I'm just going to feed these in temporary for now. And we just make sure your hole's sticking out so we can adjust the heights. There we go. So that's pretty easy. It's pretty slick looking. And there's how it all looks and everything's put together. So now we have them all to get together. Let's just start. We'll go and we'll mount these two up. All right, so we are up on top of the tank. We got our kit. So I left these really long. You guys seen these cables in my other videos. I didn't want to cut them yet because I'm not sure what height I want to make sure I put them at. So I didn't cut anything. So I'm just going to set the one here. Make sure they're all facing the same way, and we're just going to weave these cables through. That's what's awesome with these little kits. You just shove the wire in here, it pops out the other side, and we just string those through. So there we go. So just drag that one right in, try to estimate the same height as the other ones. And then we'll just pull on the other one here. Same thing. There we go. Gives us an idea where it's gonna sit here. And then we just gotta keep adjusting. One more, and then we're gonna actually have these lights up here. It's friggin' awesome. Because every time we get a little bit more done, we're getting closer to the end game here. But it's like anything, I'm not rushing it. It's a hobby. We're taking our time. I know you guys want to see it up and running 100%. I totally get it. With these lights, they're going to shine up this whole area because even these AIs do a 24x24, and I have these all symmetrically placed all the way down the tank here, and it's going to look awesome. And this is the design when I talked with Tulio from Reef Brite, and this is what we came up with. So he's the lighting guru, so we'll definitely take his word on this. All right, so I got them up here. I got the laser. So I'm gonna put the laser about on the top of the clip right here, and I got my laser sitting on the Trident box as my to make it's all the same measurement across here. So what I do is as soon as this laser is right on the top here, now I can level them all across. So that's what I'm gonna do now, and hopefully we get everything looking really good. So let's take a little tour around them, see what they look like from the ground. But it's definitely gonna look a lot better when it's all finished up. But at least you guys get an idea of what they look like and how easy they are to put together and install. If you guys just take your time, don't rush it. It's like anything in this hobby, every time you rush stuff, it doesn't turn out the way you want. And if you just take your time and enjoy the process, it's definitely gonna turn out a lot better in the long run. Because if I would have just jumped on everything and just threw it all up, and I'd be like, oh man, you know, I wish I would have changed the Oxscape this way. I would have added this different, or I would have picked a different light fixture or anything like that. So these, like I was saying, these kits will fit right on those brand new Radions that are out right now. They're pretty sweet LEDs, and you can get these kits for it if you want to give your corals that extra pop, and they get a little bit of a better power reading on there, and it's a lot nice cleaner look than the T5 retrofit kits you can get on there. So everybody's different, get what you want, but I'm just saying these are pretty sweet. So let's take a little tour around it quick. Right, so I got everything all leveled out. I placed the lights 12 inches over the tank, so it gives me lots of room to work in the tank. I left the cables just a little bit longer so I can adjust. I'll leave them like that for now until I hit that sweet spot, but it turned out pretty good. I got my level up there. So that's how I made sure everything was perfect. And then I just put my little 6-inch level on the top, so we made sure this way that they're nice and straight. The level made sure they're all perfectly the same height. So you guys can see that. Like, this is pretty sweet. And then from below, there we go. So the Hulk has got a lot of power going on here. It looks pretty awesome. Go around this way. You guys can see I got everything perfectly leveled and square. So if you look right down the trunk, so if you just take your time and don't rush things, everything works out pretty good. So I made sure and kept on the other backside of the tank, or not really the backside, but the side you're not as around as much. This is where all the connections will be, and we'll hide them right up there in that panduit and through the wall and down into the fish room. So we're good to go. So that's pretty good. Looks pretty sweet, pretty happy about that. Everything's all nice and square, and we're good to go. All right, so that's this week's video. I just wanted to show you the install, learn a little bit about the Reef Brite LEDs and how they are to install. So I'm definitely pretty happy with that. Like I said, down the center of the tank, this tank is gonna glow. It's like Tulio says, the Hulk went from green and he's gonna turn blue. So there we go, guys. And the tank's looking pretty awesome. We'll do one more little tour around it. Walking backwards here, boom. It's gonna be awesome, and we're definitely gonna get rid of that stupid annoying light up here. I'll probably call up a couple buddies and we'll put a whole bunch of pot lights in here because this has become the man cave. It's gotta be nice and comfortable where we can all sit, chill, and relax and have a good time. So thanks guys for tuning in this week. I really appreciate it. Make sure and hit that little bell in the top corner so you get the notifications for the next video that's coming up. So make sure guys, please subscribe and hit that like button.